All right. Welcome to the 290 Moe Podcast. I appreciate y'all time. If you could, introduce yourself for my viewers and listeners.
All right, it's your girl Moe Visionz.
It's your boy Rico Marley. We from the Last Stop Podcast.
Yep.
Okay. Let's start from the jump. I got a little background information on y'all for the people who don't. What's the Last Stop Podcast about? Well, let's talk about the origin. How did it start?
It was an idea from me. Like, it was just out of blue moment. You know how you just sitting there like, I'm gonna do this. Mm-hmm. Like literally, I'm sitting in the crib. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. So I called up like, I'm gonna do a podcast. And she
go ahead and do it.
Right.
I listen to you all the time.
Over geeking my head up like I could do it. So it was just like, shit, I want you to do it with me. Fuck it. We gotta get good chemistry anyway when we ain't at each other's throats. So
no, he finessed me.
Okay. Let's talk about so with y'all in between y'all coming at each other's throat. How'd y'all come up with a name and the subject matter for the podcast?
No, crazy part. I came up with the name.
Right.
It was weird though, cause he was struggling. I was just like, I sent him this voice memo, and I was like, "What about the last stop? Like, this the last motherfucking stop? Like, yeah, like you ran the bus, and this the last stop."
Yo,
so
that's
boom.
exactly how. Cause I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, all right, if I'm gonna do this podcast, I need something that's gonna just pop out. Like I already know how to talk to people, but I need to bring for those that I don't talk to or that I don't. Like, I don't like people for real, so
hey,
I'm a true introvert, so it's like I need something that's gonna bring it in, and I'm steady complaining. I'm like, man, I don't know.
Nah. Let me ask you this: did you listen to any podcasts previously? Have you any background experience with podcasts in any way?
But before, a little bit, I had listened to the Drink Champs, $1 Billion Worth of Game. My favorite one is I Am Athlete.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, that's with Brandon Marshall.
Oh, okay, yeah, I seen clips from that, yeah.
Football players and stuff, so.
Okay. What about you?
I ain't getting into it until afterwards, cause that's when like it really. I feel like after we like, all right, we finna do this podcast, and then it's like celebrities started popping up with them, and like I was watching like B Simone podcast, and of course Carisha. That's my girl. So
and I think another way the podcast game did kind of change is because at first podcast was basically internet radio. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't on YouTube. It was just on Spotify, iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So not everybody putting the visuals behind it. So with y'all, you found the name. You know what I'm saying? What was next? Did you want it to be just y'all two? Did y'all always want to have guests? You know what I'm saying? What was them discussions like?
So when I told her. When she asked me what you was going to talk about, it was just like, I just wanted it to be authentic, good conversations where we talk about any and everything, you know. Mm-hmm. How I told her, like, I do that anyway with my friends.
Right.
Just sit and talk about, like, legit any and everything, what's going on in our lives, what's going on in the world or whatever. So I said I wanted to keep that same concept, you know. Well, we just talk about whatever. So she was like, alright, you gonna have guests, you wanna do this, you wanna do that. So then I'm like, alright, you right. I do gotta plan it out a little bit better.
Yeah, cause you was trying to jump all the way in, and I'm like, hold on, let's see how we gonna do this.
No lie.
Cause I'm like the business person, so I'm like, no, let's plan this out, cause we ain't finna jump all the way in and then be looking crazy. Mm-hmm. So I had to get on him a lot about that.
Right. My mind was like 100 places at once, just idea after idea, just going each and every way. So she helped me get way organized and with the topics and everything.
And you said you the businessman in the organization. So what type of things did you bring, you know what I'm saying, to organize to bring it into fruition? What type of things did you bring it to the table?
I basically feel like I just like got him in order. Like, if you don't know, I do press on nails and I do like Crocs and design like Crocs and stuff. So it's like me business wise. I'm like,
can't just stop at it right there. Go on and shout your stuff out.
Free promo,
right? We hear you, guys. We hear you.
Well, on my Instagram is Bonafide Beauty. I'm known as Pressure by Shay. I do press ons, I do Crocs, I do all that good stuff.
I
pop some nails on.
I'm for the same go ahead, sure.
No, I had these nails on for like a week, y'all. So it's been like a week and a half, and they just now popping off. So
that's how you know the quality good.
Yeah, the quality is good over here. But but it's like even before I started doing nails, I did like candles, body scrubs. So I've been doing like this business stuff since like the pandemic started. I was just like, you know what, let me figure out a way to get some extra money. So I was just like, alright, cool. I know how to promote. I know how to do like the Instagram. I know how to like basically do everything. So I just was a little bonus for them.
And did you have backgrounds in these areas, or like you said, was it just during the pandemic? Like, what can I do to make some bread real quick?
Yeah, I got on YouTube. I'm like, I love candles, and everybody else love candles. So when I started them candles, it took off. Like, took off with the candles, took off with the body scrubs, and then I was like, I'm getting a little bored with it. Let me try something else, and I just do press-ons in a mix, and then now I do press-ons, lashes, like Crocs. I do everything. Like anything you need customized, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your background like before you started doing podcast? Was it anything media wise? Is it anything related, or you just working a 9 to 5 and was like, I want to do something?
Working a 9 to 5, and then that pandemic hit, and it was just like, alright, I'm bored as hell because everything closed. I can't, you feel me, go out like I want to, even though I wasn't really going out. But you know, when everything closed, that's when you was like, alright, I'm feeling confined in this one space. Now I need to go out. So it's just like, alright, I need to pick me up a hobby and do something. And like I said, I was sitting at home one day, and that's when the idea just popped in my head. Like, alright, I'm gonna do podcast.
Okay. So now y'all got the name, you know what I'm saying? You got the promotion behind it, you know what I'm saying? So what was y'all overall? What was y'all hoping to get up out of it? Was it just a Facebook thing, just a YouTube thing? What was the goal then? Was it a worldwide thing? Where did you see it going?
That's a good question, because the goal actually still the same. Like, at first we did a promo video, and in that promo video I said the goal, I want to create a space where we can laugh together, cry together, you know, get serious, you know, just open those doors where you can have that safe space. I felt like we was coming off a time, and there was a lot of stuff going on in the world where we didn't have that. I felt like that nobody had that safe space, you know, and that was the goal. Create that space, safe space, or like we say, create a vibe. Create a vibe where we could just kick it, like, and ain't no topic untouched, ain't no feeling untouched, you know. You can come in and you say what you want to say, and if you got something that's heavy on your heart, you can release that and just feel better about yourself, or know that you got a space to, you know, be vulnerable. That's what it was. We wanted to create a space, and that's, like I said, it's still a goal to create that space where you can be vulnerable, get whatever it is off your chest, and not be looked at or be judged, you know. Just be yourself, your true self.
Okay, I definitely think that's dope. So with that being said, what kind of topics or what type of topics can somebody expect to hear when they click onto the podcast?
That first video was like, it was a range of topics. That was just like the icebreaker, but
the second video was where we really got into our topics. We talked about relationships.
Yeah, relationship, marriage.
Right. So when you hear us speak, or when you come to our platform, no topic is unmatched. Like we got a list of schedule. We got our own little schedule of topics we gonna touch on, and from mental health issues to, you know, growing up in Chicago, the trauma growing up in Chicago. We got issues where we talk about business sides, like, you know, we know a lot of people that's doing their own business, so we want to get their insights on how they started off. So it's just, like I said, ain't no topic untouched. It's just depending on the day we shooting and what that topic is that day.
Okay. So what would be our favorite topics? Is any favorite topics? Is it talking about the city? Is it sports? Is it relationship advice? What's your favorite? What's a topic that you know you got coming up and like, oh yeah, it is. I'm finna talk my shit. What topic is that?
I'd say the interview we got with I got a homie, he like battle rap. But it's like I've been knowing him for years. So it's like I'm finna get on him. So I'm really excited because I'm like, yeah, you finna battle rap. Okay, so now you finna spit something on the podcast. We finna like really go in. We finna talk about your love. Like we finna talk about everything. Like we finna be in your business. I think that's like my main thing. I love being in people's business.
Okay.
For me, it's the trauma in Chicago. I feel like a lot of people don't speak on it, and then like we hear about it, we read about it, we see it on Facebook, but to actually experience it firsthand and then experience it firsthand multiple times, I feel like that's a topic that ain't really discussed and touched on. So I'm really excited to let my guard down a little bit and speak on that.
He be like guarded up. He don't.
That's definitely relatable, and that's dope. That's dope. So now that y'all up and running and y'all got y'all footing in the game, what's next? What's next?
Constantly get better to get established. Like we just, like I said, we 2 episodes in, you know, and it's a lot to learn. You know, we got to show our appreciation for you even, you know, responding back.
No doubt.
Reaching out, you know, answering all our questions. But that's the next step, to keep getting better. You know, get locally known. You know, so people create that platform where people be like, hey, you heard of this podcast? They be talking about some dope ass shit on that, you know.
Okay. So now that y'all in the podcast game, like I said, I got y'all feet on the ground. Do y'all watch other podcasts now differently, like taking tidbits or, you know what I'm saying, taking notes from other podcasts? Or is it just, you know, purely just out of entertainment still?
She do.
Yeah, I do. I be like, you see their background, you see how they talk to each other, you see how they interact with their guests. Like I'll pinpoint like everything. I'm like, okay, this is what I feel like we should be doing better on. Like, you know, communicating, like our background, like our setup. Like I'm one of them people. Like I want everything to be.
No matter the time of day she texts me.
Yeah, like, it could be like 4 a.m. I'm like, hey, look at this. Look how this set up. Look how that set up.
I look at the message like, girl, if you don't go your ass to sleep, bro.
No,
I'm trying to unwind. I done had a long day. Here she come texting like, look, I ain't even thinking about this right now.
Okay, cause
I just came home from work. I got homework to do.
You see, like, I be on him. Like I be having to be on him because he be playing. I feel like he be playing sometimes. So
yeah.
I be having to like, hey, little bro.
That's dope.
I'm like, you know I'm gonna get on you.
I used to be the same way, but at the same time, you still want to remain, you know what I'm saying, grounded, remain yourself. Like at first I used to go in here like trying to pronounce words, you know what I'm saying, talking my interview, my job interview voice, you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
but
my
like
God.
people like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. At the same time, it's good to take notes, you know, tidbits from everybody, but people like y'all for who y'all is, you know what I'm saying. So ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, the slang and the this and the that. So y'all definitely on the right path. So what's the end goal? Is it an end goal or is it just, you know what I'm saying, one day at a time? Is it something you hope to make it into a studio or radio station, or is it just, you know what I'm saying, just one day at a time, wherever it go?
Yeah. For me, I don't even know. I'm just going with the flow.
When I was younger, right, I used to tell my woman, like, I could be on the radio. I used to just recently said that, like, I could be on the radio. Listen to Chris Michaels. Remember Chris Michaels had the late night list?
Yeah.
I used to listen to him.
Okay, After Dark.
But look though, that's where it come. I'm like, I could be on the radio. You feel? I got the voice for it. I know how to talk and everything. So I ain't gonna say that's the end goal, because I learned as you get older, if you sometimes think like that, you kind of limiting yourself. Because if you get to that point, you'll be like, I'm here, I'm comfortable. Right. I don't want to be comfortable in this lane, you know, because times are changing. Times gonna keep changing, and it's gonna be something new, and you gotta adapt to the times as they change. So right now, we just want to learn as much as we can, get our platform to where it need to be, and continue to grow as it grow.
Okay. I know you're only 2 episodes in, but let me ask you how your experience has been with having guests on the show.
Do you mean?
Do you
mean like?
Well, I'll give you an example. Some guests I have at the end of the show, I'm like, man, that was an amazing conversation. It'll feel like we done been 30-40 minutes in, and we could have kept going for another 40 minutes. And some of them be like, man, this nigga a nut. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that last episode, it was so many mixed it was a lot of mixed energies, man. We had the single folks, and then we had the married people, and then we had, like the people that's just like they in relationships, and
that's
the
a mix right
situationships. Man, we got off topic so many times, and then we had some edibles and we was drinking. Like the conversation was just kind of like all over the place,
but it did go on.
Yeah, it went on for a long
So it was a genuine conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it was like, alright, damn, we got a lot of dope ass footage where we can use.
Right, true. That's another thing too. Yeah.
So the conversation was with those guests. It was cool. It was cool. You feel me? We definitely had no back on for sure.
Okay. So now that y'all official in the game, y'all podcasting, what's your favorite part about podcasts? Is it being on the mic? Is it the editing? Is it the reaching out to people you don't know? What's your favorite part of the process?
I mean, sure. My favorite part I don't know. I feel like it's just like an open space. Like I feel like I can say anything because man, our mouth gets so bad on there. Like it's like unfiltered. So I feel like it's just like that open space where we can talk about whatever, we can say whatever, and it's like, it's a judgment-free zone. Shit. We be chilling.
My favorite part is just hearing people that actually went and say, yeah, I watched it. I didn't know you felt that way or thought like that, and it was cool, and getting that feedback. It's like, damn, you watched my stuff? Like, you actually took the time to watch my stuff. Alright, I appreciate the support. So with that, to hear people come to you and offer their critique or their feedback, it'd be like, I ain't gonna say kind of
make you feel good,
but it make you feel good. It's like, alright, I'm doing something that people actually tuning in to, actually listening, and actually paying attention to.
I was shocked. I'm like, damn.
That's dope. Alright, let me ask you this before I get you up out of there. If it's anything you can change or do over from the start, what would it be?
Probably put more time and more patience into getting the equipment, researching more.
Yeah.
I feel like, after me and your conversation, I felt like we novice. We just jumped in, unbeknownst what the actual cost of what we got to put into it. The knowledge that comes behind it, like.
Man, I literally had to rebuy everything. Everything I had to rebuy. The cameras, the mics, the first. I started off with this camera right here. This is my first camera.
What is
that?
Exactly. No, man, what is that? A pocket camera.
As they call it, an action camera, like the one we putting on the bikes and on the cars and stuff, and on the helmets and shit. That's literally how I started. So you ain't the only one, man. It's definitely when you ain't got no background, and then the way technology turned over, man, it's always new shit to learn, always new shit to get. So that's a part of the process, man. You definitely on the right path. That's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So before I let y'all go, just let the people know where to find y'all on the show on social media.
So I'm on Facebook, Rico Marley. Instagram is @SlimRico_. We got our own Instagram page for the Last Stop Podcast.
Yeah. Well, you can find me on Facebook at Dashay Joss. You can find me on Instagram at Milfin Around. And then you can also find my business link. Everything is linked in all my bios. So if you want to shop, everything is located on my link tree. My YouTube, Instagram, everything. TikTok, it's all linked in one bio. So go ahead. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm going to say follow me on Twitter because that's where I really talk at. I don't really talk on Facebook or nothing. If you inbox me up, comment on something.
Feel free to, like, if y'all got any questions about our podcast, just inbox us. Y'all got questions, y'all want us to talk about a specific topic, let us know, and we got y'all.
Yeah. If they want to be a guest, they can reach out that way as well.
We open.
Just be prepared.
Yeah,
because she gonna, like you say, she like being in people's business, so be prepared for that. Me, I'ma just come in. You feel me? We gonna.
You so chill.
I'm just ask y'all questions.
Right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask questions. But we gonna have a good time, good conversation. Like you say, we creating a vibe though, so you gonna love it though.
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all coming in. Definitely can't wait to see the growth and get y'all back in and talk about that when y'all seasons in, when y'all in season 2. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all for coming in. Be safe, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem.